In this video, I'm going to talk about how the hot water and the heating is controlled in 83 Dumbarton Road, flat 3/1. Let me start with the heating first. The heating is started with a gas boiler. So if you want the boiler, you want heating, you want to make sure this is on, okay? And if you kneel down here, you should hear some kind of sound of a flame, okay? So you know that this is operating, okay? And then we've got this control panel here. You need to make sure that to get the heating, right, so on this side, this is the heating. Right now it's in the off, as you can see. Then it goes for a time program, which you can set with the instructions down there. But to make it really simple, you want it on, okay? Now that means the boiler is always on, and we use the thermostat, which is located in the hallway, to operate the radiators. Right now it's on, it's as far back this way, so it's at 5, it's at frost setting. So if it gets less than 5, it will kick in, it will start the heater. So for example, if we went to, like today's probably about 20 odd degrees, if I went like 30, it will start the heating and then cut off at 30, or it'll try to get to 30, you see? Okay, so this is a thermostat. So to get heating, a quick recap on the heating, okay? So the heating's controlled by this thermostat, okay? So you want to rotate the dial to a temperature that you want. Normally 21 degrees is a comfortable temperature, okay? So you want 21, so what happens is the boiler will kick in, heat up the radiators, get it up to 21, and then cut off. And then when it goes below 21, it'll kick in again, okay? Now, if you don't want any heating on, I suggest you put it into frost here, yeah? Frost setting. This is minimum 5 Celsius, yeah, 5 Celsius. So you want to make sure the dial here is a temperature that you want, and you want to make sure that this light, this boiler isolator is in the on position. There's no light on it, doesn't mean it doesn't work. If you put your ear next to the radiator, just around here, you should hear a fan sound. And you want to make sure on this wall here that the controller is in the on position, okay? It's in the on position. Very rarely would you use it in the timed and the once those programs, okay? Now for the hot water is is provided, I should say, by this immersion boiler here. Now it works by this controller, and this controller does a program, right? So time program is usually the normal setting, because you only want to heat up the water following the program, yeah? And then once, hardly ever use, or you want to use the on. On means it's always heating it, okay? So if it goes below a certain temperature, the heating element in the storage boiler would kick in, and then it'll get to a certain temperature and then it'll drop off, okay? So I usually have it in the timed, because you're not constantly using the hot water. And if you think the hot water is not warm enough, you can use this toggle switch here to give it a boost. I think the boost will give it an extra hour of heating. So right now it's heating the hot water. If you don't want it, you can toggle it off, right? So if you're finding, oh, I've used up all the hot water, I need more hot water, then you can give it a boost, yeah? I have to remind you that for the hot water to work, you want to make sure that this light is on, because that, although that is the controller, this needs to be on to supply power to the hot water tank here. Okay, and to set the temperature on the hot water tank, right now it's set at 60 degrees, so the hottest it can go is up to 60 degrees, but you can set this higher, obviously, yeah, by just rotating that little dial.